Hi, my name is Mike McCullum. I'm the owner of Southwest Heating and Cooling in Littleton, Colorado. We've been around for 39 years in the same location, located on the west edge of Highlands Ranch, right down the street from Split Rail Fence, if you know where that is. So I teamed up with the Trane company, with a company called Unico, with a company called Trane, and another company called April Air. We did a kind of an HVAC makeover on my home, and I'd like to show you what we did to it and what's possible. Come on in. So you can see some of the challenges that this home might have with heating and cooling, especially cooling. That's an 18-foot vaulted ceiling. The duct system basically was designed for enough supply in each of these rooms as if it had an 8-foot ceiling. Well, it doesn't. Most of the HVAC equipment is located in the basement. So I'd like to take you down to the basement. We'll take a look at the equipment that we've installed in there now, and I'll explain some of the differences of how that works as opposed to the old equipment. Come on down. So now this furnace, obviously a Trane furnace, is an XC95M. What does that mean? That's 95 to 97% efficient. That's incredibly efficient now. The XC means it's a communicating style furnace. So what that means is it makes intelligent decisions on where to put air in the home, okay? So this filter is 99.98% efficient. So we have steam humidification, we have better than HEPA quality filtration, we have a fully modulating furnace. So what that means then, this will add or subtract heat to your home in less than 1% increments. Most comfortable furnace manufactured today. It's incredible. This is your indoor cooling coil. So right in here we have an all aluminum, very important, cooling coil. So the refrigerant comes from the outdoor unit, comes right in here, goes into this cooling coil. This is what gets very, very cold. And then the blower section, which is variable speed in this furnace, comes on, runs right up through the furnace and through this cooling coil, and that introduces the cool air into the home. So we'll look at the thermostat when we go upstairs. I also wanted to point out two more things. I've got a tankless water heater. Again, the venting is much different. It goes right out the side of the home down there, as does the venting for the furnace, all in PVC. These products right here, this is a zone panel. This is kind of a brain that once again talks to the thermostat, talks to the outdoor unit, the indoor unit. So let's go back upstairs and I'll show you how it's controlled. All right, so one of the things that I want to point out is I used to have a lot of dust in this house. None, zero dust in this house. That's because the furnace will ramp down very, very slowly and just keep moving air in this house all the time for nearly no money in electrical consumption, and it runs all the air through that filtration system. So again, that filter will take out particles in the airstream to 0.1 micron. That's better than HEPA quality air. Come on in here, I'll show you something else. This is the master bedroom. Behind the door here, little tiny zone sensor. That's what controls the zone dampers to this room. The zone dampers downstairs will open or close and supply the perfect amount of heat or cooling to this room. Come on, I'll show you another one. This is another zone control right here, but it's also the main thermostat. So if you take a look at the thermostat, the main zone is set to 70 and it's dead on at 70. I can tell that there's 29% relative humidity in the space right here. I can take a look at each of the zones right here, main floor, master, upper level, and then when I finish the basement, it'll be on its own zone as well. I can take a look at energy usage on here. I can put it on auto changeover or heat only or cool only. You're on your way to the airport, you want to set back your thermostat, you're going to be gone for a while, just do it right off your phone and it's instant. It's great. Come on upstairs, I'll show you something else. The upper floors are always hot in the summertime. So the other thing that we did is, of course, put the upper floor on its own zone. So I have another zone sensor up here. But many times that's just not quite enough. So the Unico folks helped me with what's called a high velocity system. That goes in the attic. It's very well insulated, very tight system, and this one is a cooling only system. Heat's pretty forgiving. I didn't need any more heat for the home. I needed more cooling for the home. So right up here you can see some supply registers. Very inconspicuous, matches drywall perfectly, but I'm gonna have cooling coming out those. Where it really makes the most sense is over here, right against the window over there. That's where all the heat comes in, that's where we get our solar gain. So what I've done is I've kind of made a hybrid and married these two systems together to work together so that we have cooling coming up from the basement, we have zoning, but we also have cooling coming out of the attic. So really it's a perfect mix, and I can't tell you how incredibly comfortable it is. And I would really welcome all of you to call our office and schedule an appointment to come out and take a look at it for yourself. I'm Mike McCollum, and I appreciate you doing business with Southwest Heating and Cooling.